Hello, I am Tanya at Blue Jay Vintage. Welcome in. You guys are just a little too far away. I can't see you, but we've got this project that we're going to do. So pop in and say hey. I was actually supposed to go live on Rethunk Junk's page, and they haven't added me as the admin. And so I'm set up, and I thought, let's just do this. So as I said yesterday, I am getting ready for a huge craft fair. And let me know how my sound is. I'm wearing my microphone, but I'm in my dining room and it echoes. It's already 90 degrees outside in California. It's just hot. I'm getting ready for a craft fair. I am thinking Christmas. This project can be done anyway, any holiday. You can make it interchangeable. You can, the possibilities are endless. Make this bigger, make this smaller. So I don't know if you can see this. These are my drawings that I send my husband and say, this is what I want. Make it happen. So this is the little ladder right there. And this is what he's done. So he wrote down all the directions for me that I could share, because this so far has cost me $2.10. This is a dog-eared fence board. So you can even see up here at the top the dog ear. So what he did with a 6-foot fence board, he cut it in half. Then he cut 2 feet off the bottom. So this is 4 feet tall. And with what was at the bottom in the rings, so he cut the side rails, that 4-foot section, he cut 2 feet off the bottom of a 6-foot fence board. That's what the side pieces are. The inside, the two pieces, he cut 11 5/8 inch from the remaining 2 feet at the bottom. He split that, and then he started from the top down 9.5 inches. And this was pretty smart of him. He cut like a measuring board. This is 9.5 inches. So then that way he can lay this on the board, and he knows this goes here and this goes here, and then you just go down to your next one. Instead of getting your measuring tape or marking every section, he wood glued the inside rungs, and then we have a nail gun, and he nailed it from the outside. So, hi Mom! So, he was pretty smart. This I didn't think of, but it turns out exactly how I wanted it. So these are going to be at our craft fair, and the theme of these is Christmas. So, which is why I'm painting them. This one's ruby red. I am doing a few this color and more of them, the browns and the grays. So they look more like stained wood, but this one is going to be red. So let's finish getting this painted, and then I'm going to show you what I have in mind for all of the embellishments, because let's get real, that's the fun part. So I did start painting it this morning when it was cool outside, and I just had it flipped the other way. So now it's dried. We'll get this section cut. Now this is fence wood, so it's rough. He didn't even sand it. You can sand it, but that's why I'm using a chip brush, because it's going to tear up a good brush. Because it's so rough, it'll tear up a brush. So you could use a foam brush. It would probably get tore up. You could sand it. You could use different wood. Because I'm selling these and I don't want the cost to be a lot, that was the cheapest way we found to go. And then he came across this big sale at Home Depot last week. These boards are normally $4 a piece, and he found them for $2 a piece. So we bought 100 boards because I have other projects I'm going to be doing with these fence boards. So those will come later. And because this is so rough, some of the paint didn't get in where I wanted it, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to wait until I get it all embellished and then see what's showing. Because really, once I get on here what I want, you're not going to see too much of what's not painted. So let me move this around. How's everyone doing? We just got word, Mom, if you're still here, we just got word. Our car, we were in a little fender bender last week, and it was our fault, his Honey Bear's fault. Originally, it was just a really small amount. Well, now that they're into it, it's almost the same amount the car is worth. So I'm waiting for that call to say that they are going to total it, but so far that hasn't come. Because I am not ready to start car shopping yet. Might happen a little sooner than I thought. So, it's just been a day like that. All these things are just coming up at the last minute. And I just want to paint. Okay. So this side is done. Now, I don't need this. Let me lay it down and make sure. Oh, I didn't get this back side. Let me flip that around. I didn't see it from this side. I do want it all finished, like front and back. Even though it's going to be leaning, this is something I'm going to sell. Come on, I need to find a place to hold on to it. I had originally planned to be out in the garage to do this, but it is way too hot out there. So I put plastic on my table and I've got plastic on my floor because I'm a messy painter, super messy painter. Okay. So while this is drying, we're going to put a little sign on the front of it. We can get that going. Grab my baby wipes. I don't think I've opened them yet. Okay. Now, I see some goop. Just kind of dab that around. Okay, I think that's good. My dog is laying right here. I moved her bed over there so I wouldn't trip over her, but she's right here. So I have got my sign and my gunk and my brush. So we can move this out of the way. And you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I've got 2 napkins. Somebody had sent me these last year. I had a follower send them to me, and I didn't use them last year. So I've got this. It says Santa Express, December 25th. And this cute little, it's not the same red, but that's okay. And then this is a Chalk Couture board. I don't have any scrap wood, or I would use that for the sign I want. So where are you going to use that? And I'm just leaving it white. I'm not even going to paint it. I'm okay with the light color. What I'm hoping is, oh, there we go. Forgot to try and open this before we came on. This is Rethunk Gunk. This is the same kind of idea as Mod Podge. It's a little thicker. So, in my mind, I know how I want this. I have my comments set over here so I can see. So we're first layer we're going to do all over. And that's going to be the red. Ever so gently. Didn't even bring my water or my squeegee over. Man. Now, very lightly, I'm going to go back over it. Get this nice and secure because I imagine that this is going to be on somebody's porch, or it'd be really cute next to a fireplace or the Christmas tree inside. Okay, now I'm just going to tear it right up to where I want it. Ah, come on now. Okay. Make sure that's all laying down. And then just go all the way around. And I'm just pulling all these little pieces off. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, really doesn't matter which way's the top or bottom. Any of these little edge pieces on the edge, I'm going to just roll over and put on the back. And then I'm going to go right over the top of this with the other one. Let me just cut what I want. And I'm going to get it wet and tear it. I don't like how blunt the sides are. So we're going to, kind of rough that up a little bit. Got a bowl. We're just going to use my water and a brush. And I'm just going to pull it. That looks so much better. Now I got really close to that, so that's when I will lay my finger down so it doesn't tear. It'll kind of tear up to my finger. Hard working on this plastic. And then the top. Okay, now, because it's already got the gunk on it, we're just gonna lay it down. And I didn't tear it enough. I'm just gonna kind of roll it. Now we're gonna add more over the top of this. This will dry clear. And then I will probably also spray some polyacrylic on it just to make it a little more durable. Okay, now that it's all wrinkled up, but there's our sign. We'll set that to the side and let that dry. And let me show you what I am thinking for this ladder. And hopefully it's dry enough. Oh goodness, I'm not ready for this heat. And this one I've got extra I can use on something else. But this is all my garbage. Still a little wet, but that's okay. We can still get it cute. So I'm trying to figure out, I do have a side I want front and back. So the part of the dog ears, I want that little cut, I want that facing forward. So this is the side of the ladder that's going to show on the porch. That's how I'm going to set it up. Let me move this stuff out of the way. And I need my wire cutters because I've got this garland that I ordered. So I ordered this before I really knew how long all of this was going to be. I got this on Wayfair last week. I ordered 6 of them. It's 16 feet long. Got the nice heavy duty wire. And I got 6 of them. They came pretty quickly. So what I need to do, stand up and kind of figure, actually I think I'm going to just cut it in half. Although that's a lot. Let's figure out. I think we're going to start it at the bottom. Sorry, Pumpkin. My dog moved. So we're going to start that on the back side. We're going to kind of do this with it. I think that's about right. So this is a heavy duty, thicker piece. And I got the kind without lights. I'm going to add lights, but I got the kind without lights so that I could cut them apart. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm not sure if I can cut it. We're going to try, that's for sure. Oh, I'm not sure I can do this. Ugh. I will do this one way or another. There we go. It's coming, I think. Ugh. I'm almost there. I should have done this ahead of time. But now you know, the struggle's real. So I'm going to kind of play with it before I staple it down. I'm going to staple this one. And then when we put the lights in, that will also help it I'm trying to find a good spot to staple. I have my staple gun with the right size. Push that out of the way. I don't even think you can see what I'm doing. That's probably better. Okay, we're going to go up to the top. Now this, it's too thick to staple right to the center, so I'm going to take a couple of these branches and we're going to staple that. Staple it on the top and on the bottom just to make it secure for now. Okay, now we'll do the middle section. We want that over here. Get this nice and full. And I might put some snow on this. I'm thinking I probably will when it's all done, but I'll do them in batches because I think I'm going to have 25 of these at my craft fair. We got a lot to be doing. So let's see. We're going to staple this right here and up here. Then we'll move down to the bottom. So this is the first one I've done. I had a picture in my mind. So far it's playing out exactly like I thought. Okay, now you need to staple here. Come on. Oh, I missed. And we're gonna staple here. No, I didn't get that one. Am I out of staples? No? What's the problem here? Oh, I bet there it goes. Okay. This so far is what we have. So it definitely needs to be played with a little bit more. And then that very end piece, this piece of wire, I'm probably going to end up cutting that off. Well, I'll have Honey Bear cut that off. But now the lights. I've got these from the dollar store. They are little 10 LED battery powered lights. They almost look like fairy lights. I wish they did more than 10 because I have 2 packs set aside for this. But first, let's I put the batteries in them to make sure they work. Let me get them spread out. So we'll see how much we need. And then I'll show you how I'm going to attach them. Okay. So for this part, I am using, this is some muslin that is in with, I had some grunge. I soaked it in grunge and let it dry. Where are my scissors? And I wasn't sure how many pieces I would need or how long I need them. So I'll just cut a couple first to kind of see how this is going to play out. Okay. So I'm going to put, there's a little screw on this side. I'm going to come over here. So this is the part that needs to be facing out. So I'm going to attach the other side. Let's bring this closer to the back. Right about there. And I'm going to staple just in between. No, I'm not. I'm going to tie it. We're just going to tie it with the fabric. Just to get this to hold in place for right now. And I can tell these are going to be too small. I need longer pieces. I need this to hold in place until I can get the rest of it. Until I can get the rest of it. Okay. So now we will flip that over. And this is where the fun part is. I'm going to turn them on so I can get an idea what this is going to look like. How do I go? I guess I should wait for the paint to dry. No, that's okay. Who's got time to wait for paint to dry? Okay. Now we will kind of just intertwine these in between everything. And I might even have to add 3 to this. This garland is so thick. Now I'm going to just use some more of this muslin just to sporadically tie it in, plus give it a little decoration. Do a just a little knot and let the fabric hang. Then let me scoot up here, keep walking in front of the camera. Let's see if we can turn this. And then we'll do one right here where it's ending. Pull that off. Then I'll start from the top and work my way down with the second one that I had planned on. We're going to just get it all spread out. Then we will attach the sign, and then we have our cute little Christmas porch sign. Let's see, what did I do here? I think I pulled it through the wrong way. So I'm going to turn it on. Sometimes that's easier to see it. Okay, now I'll tie it up at the top and then work my way down to meet the other one. move this and then make sure I have the correct side facing out. And then I'll just kind of weave it in between all of this pretty greenery. And kind of get them to meet up. Not really, but kind of. Kind of. So I will get those attached, either screw them in or I'll get Honey Bear to staple them and get a longer piece. So now we'll go right about here. Tie a cute little knot. I have to go get some Christmas fabric and do some pretty, instead of the muslin, do some with the pretty Christmas design or some plaid. Now we'll just sporadically just kind of tie some. And then if I need more as I'm looking at it, I'll add them. I think we need one more right there. Oh, and I didn't bring any more. Wait, let's see if this, or here, I'll just tie these two pieces together and we'll make this one work. So then we'll add the sign, which it's actually not really dry yet, but we'll lay it in place and you can at least get an idea. Maybe 100 degrees outside, but it's looking like Christmas. So far, that's what we have. And then our sign, let me grab my little doohickeys and I'll show you. I'm thinking right about there. I got these on Amazon and they are zip ties along with these little pieces, self-adhesive tie mounts. So the idea is this little piece you attach, take off the sticker, put to the back of the sign, you slide your zip tie through, we'll attach it to a rung or the garland and secure it. Then the sign is going to be in place. I want to let it dry. I don't want to try and do this without my hand touching it because I will peel the napkin off. So I am going to let that dry. But as soon as that's done, I'll get a picture of it out on the porch and show you what I'm thinking. And then I only have 24 more of these to make. But we'll get the batteries attached. Let's see if I can lift this where you can see it all. We'll get the batteries attached. And the sign will go something like this, or maybe even the other way. So this is 4 foot tall. And then I gave the measurements in the beginning, how far down and how big the pieces are, but this is one fence board, a cedar fence board. So that cost me $2 for the wood. The garland was about $6. And then the lights, I bought those at the time they were at the dollar store. So 6, 7, 8, I have $10 into this. That's spare wood that I had, that's napkins that I had. And I'm probably going to sell them for $35 to $40. So that's why we buy so much wood when it's on sale. But it's lightweight also. So somebody doesn't have to try and get somebody else to move it for them. You could even, now this is where I was thinking, it's not permanently attached. You could take the garland off, put that away for Christmas, and then have something cute, a cute little wreath or an everyday sign, and use it all year. So I'm going to do a couple red, but then the majority are going to be browns. I'm going to do a stain kind of look in the browns with the semi-sweet. And then this same idea, but it could be pulled off and then somebody could staple it back on next year. So you could also flip it and then maybe put some lamb's ear, and that would be an everyday thing. And then kind of tuck the garland down so you don't see it from the other side when you flip it around. But yeah, Honey Bear brought my drawing to life. He didn't know he was a woodworker, but now he's a woodworker. So as soon as everything's dry and I wash up my hands, I will get some pictures posted. Thanks, guys.